Welcome to day 20 of dynamic control. So we're going to take ourselves through 3 different exercises. They really are different variations of things we've already done. And it is important to revisit movements again and again and again. These are now just going to be more complex in the sense of stability, balance, range of motion, isolating movements, all those juicy words. So let us get started with some standing knee bends. Now it seems like a really simple exercise, but again, once done correctly with focus and technique, it is fire. Then we'll come down onto our back on the mat and we'll take it from there. So first one, standing knee bends nice and slow. Again, head cut off, don't need to see my head, need to see the body. Have those feet roughly fist distance apart for me. You are then from there shifting all the weight into that, let's go right leg. The idea is to keep the pelvis neutral at all times. Right knee soft so that right glute works from a stability perspective. You're then going to exhale to lift that left knee up. I want you to lift it as high as you can, keeping a neutral pelvis. The moment you have to tuck your tailbone to gain height, you have gone too far. When we go above parallel to the floor, that's when we're really getting into the hip flexors, that good old psoas, and then inhale with control to lower down. Okay, we're going to alternate sides just to give you a front view. When you're lifting your right leg, be careful of the bum then sticking out to the side or the hip sticking out. Means that glute is disengaged. We've got to keep it engaged. We also, when we're lifting the opposing hip, be careful of the hip rising. It must always stay down and level. Okay, so let me staying forward. All the weight shifted into that left leg now. Tummy active, neutral pelvis, left glute active, right hip lowered, and exhale to lift that leg up. Keeping that pelvis neutral. Only lifting as high as you can with control, keeping the pelvis stable and lowering back down. We're now going to swap over to that right side. Keep the left bum active, keeping that right hip active, right bum cheek active, left hip dropping down, and exhale to lift up. Neutral pelvis, moving slow. Especially when you're lowering. I don't want you to lower so quickly because you're losing your balance. Rather hold on to something lightly next to you. Shifting the weight into the left leg. Exhale, right knee rising up. Inhale to lower back down. Shifting the weight into that right leg. And exhale, lifting up, keeping that neutral pelvis. Inhaling, controlling down, shifting that weight, and exhaling to lift that right leg up. Inhale down. You may not be able to lift your leg as high as me and keep the pelvis neutral. That is perfectly okay. You find your range. If you can only lift to this point, you can only lift to this point. Find your stability within your range of movement. With Pilates, I always say, stability over range, bigger is not always better. When you're keeping stability in the right areas, the muscles that you are specifically targeting then get acutely activated and you will get more work. And that's why I say bigger is not always better, because if I lift all the way up here, I've got it higher, but I've compromised all of my stability and my targeted work. And down. And let's go one more each side for me. I want you to finish off with lifting the right leg up. At the moment, I'm lifting the left. Your tummy is going to activate to keep you stable and assist in lifting that leg. And then lowering back down. Wonderful. From there, we're going to go back into the pelvic curl. And we're going to alternate extending the leg. So I want us to keep the hips up today instead of coming up and down to make it more challenging. So feet and knees fist distance apart. So instead of it being a marching exercise, it's going to be an extension exercise. From there, exhale, draw belly in, scooping, tucking, peeling, and rising up. Okay, keep the tuck in that tailbone. Inhale, all the way to the right leg. Exhale, extend the left leg and bend it in. And exhale, extend the right leg and bend it in. And keep alternating sides. Keep the pelvis neutral and level. You can even drop the eye line down and take a little look, see at what the pelvis is doing. You can have your hands on the hips to feel if you've got anything extending or arching or dipping. And bring it in. Use the exhale when you're extending. We want to get that core activating deeply on the harder part of the exercise. Let's do 2 more with the left leg, 2 more with the right leg. Think length through that left leg and down. Think length through that right leg and down. And 1 more each way. And then exhale to slowly roll back down, 1 vertebra at a time, and release. If you felt a little tension in the lower back, just give the hips a little rock from side to side, massaging and releasing any residual tension. Okay, then we're going to go in for our dead bug again. But I'm going to keep us with a more gentle variation for the legs, where we're going to slide the heel out. So, arms up to the ceiling, shoulder width apart, palms facing each other. The pelvis is neutral, the ribs are connected. We're going to inhale to take the right arm overhead and extend and slide that left leg straight and away. And then exhale, draw everything back in. Now ground the left foot lightly into the floor. Inhale, left arm overhead, right leg lengthening. Keep the ribs connected. Feel the stretch in the shoulder. And exhale, engage those abdominals and slide everything back in. Let's go 3 more on each side. I'm inhaling on the extension, so we can flow quickly with the breath straight into an exhale for the most difficult part. But if you find you can't stay connected in the core, you can exhale on the extension, pause and hold as you inhale, and then exhale to draw it back in. You can use the breath to your advantage, or you can use the breath to make the exercise more difficult. Inhaling to lengthen out and exhale to draw back in. Keep the opposing foot always lightly grounding on the floor, inhaling out and exhaling in. And let's go last set. Feel the pressure on the back of the pelvis. You want it to stay in the same place. It's a nice feedback point for you to know if your pelvis is moving. And last one, inhaling to lengthen. And exhale to draw back in. Boom. And that is the session for today. I hope you enjoyed it. The bridging with leg extension, again, it can be quite challenging, quite loaded, but it is such a good exercise when you manage to get it right. So keep playing around with it and find the level that you are currently at and have some fun. But in the meantime, keep well, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll check you tomorrow. Bye.